What is going on, everybody? Huge shout out to SimPure for sponsoring this video. SimPure makes portable water filtration systems. One of the systems I use most of all during my camping, hunting, or any kind of other excursions is this high capacity 3-liter filtration system. Each system comes with a filter that can be attached directly to the water bag. It can also be attached to a water bottle using the adapter cap. Worst case scenario, you dunk it right into the water and you can actually pull the water through the filter just like a straw. Along with your high capacity bag and your filter, you get a strap for attaching to your bag, hanging from a tree, hanging from the top of your tent, wherever you may need it to be to help filter that water down. This filter can filter over 13,000 gallons of water before it needs to get changed out. Each filter is a 4-stage filtration system. It takes out 99.99% of all the bacteria, the parasites, odors, whatever might be in the water. My second go-to is this 20-ounce water bottle. It has the filter built right into it. Top cap has a lock. Very easy to use. And this filter will filter 450 gallons before it needs to be replaced. And again, it's a 4-stage filtration system, and it is good for 99.99% of all of that gunk that's in that water. If you need water filtration systems, the link and discount codes are below. Now on to the rest of the video. What's going on, everybody? I am out on a hike heading for an overnight camp at the mystery pond. I fished that pond, I don't know, was it 4 or 5 months ago? Caught a couple small bullheads. I think I caught a little mini bass or something. But yeah, I wanted to do an overnight, and I figured why not hike out to the pond and maybe throw a pole in again. My only worry is that we have not had any rain or moisture for a while. So I'm kind of afraid it's going to be all dried up because it's pretty much 100% spring fed, I believe. So yeah, the only way to get there is to, oh, there goes deer. Sweet, that was cool. Spooked a deer. I figured I'd spook a few animals. The only way to get here, like I was saying, is I got a giant cornfield that I have to just follow the edge around. And then behind me over here is a creek at the bottom of all that grass. And so I'm kind of just weaseling my way alongside the corn. Holy crap. That is a scary sound. I'm pretty sure I spooked another deer, and it is just thrashing through the corn behind me, and that is louder than hell. So that's spooky. And this corn is well above my head by a couple feet. So 6, 7, 7.5 feet, 8 foot tall, basically. Oh, gosh, I am spooking. There's a lot of stuff back here, but it's too thick in front of me, so I'm gonna have to step into the cornfield and do a little walking. Like I said, hopefully I'll get to the pond and it's not 100% dried up, but if it is, oh well. Still do a little camping adventure for this evening, so either way it'll be a lot of fun, but I first got to get there, so hopefully I don't get trampled on by a bunch of deer or whatever they're animals out here. All right, out of the corn, kind of now in the little thick trees just before the pond. So I got a little hike in from here. Should only be a few minutes, actually. And then I will be there. Hopefully I can set up some camp, maybe throw a pole in if there's any water. Looks like there's a giant, not a giant, but there's a good size ravine in front of me, and I need to get over there. So I might have to venture back out and around through the corn a little bit more, then venture back into the trees. So we'll see how this pans out for me. We are just about down to the water, and it's not looking very good. I see a lot of dry dirt down there where there once was water. All right. Ooh. Looks like a nice little deer animal trail heading all the way down here. I'm sure if there's a little bit of water left, that's what they've been going for getting some drinks around here. Holy cow, look at this thing. Just kind of muddy, but up around this bend I know where it gets a little bit deeper. We'll venture that way and see how bad that looks too. Then I gotta figure out where I wanna put my camp at. Actually brought a hammock with me, so I'll have to find a couple trees, which should not be a problem. Ooh, what is that thing? That was cool. Oh my gosh. It is a tiny, tiny pond now. Oh man, there's just like nothing left. It's crazy. Look at that. Last time I was here, that branch right there was actually just about in the water, and I think I walked over it to undo my line I had snagged or something like that. So that means this thing is down probably 3 foot. But being that it's 100% spring fed, I guess that's what's going to happen. We don't have direct water rolling into it from a creek or a river or something like that. So, all right, well, I'm going to get down. Well, I'm going to try to find some trees, I guess. Set up camp, and then I'm going to go. One thing I did not do is I did not pack water. I have my Simpure water filtration system that I'm going to be able to use for this, because water weighs a lot, and hiking into these places kind of sucks when you're carrying a bunch of extra weight like water. So I brought the filter system. I'm going to get a bunch of water in my bag to filter, hang it up somewhere, and we will get that thing cleaning some water for us for drinking and or cooking or whatever we want to do with. So I'm going to mosey around a bit, try to find a place to camp, and then I'll move on to water filtration. Wonder what lives in that giant hole. Hopefully I don't see him tonight. That would suck. So yeah, still out trying to find where I want to camp at, I guess. I want to be kind of close to that water source for, fishing, throw my pole in, but then at the same time, I'm thinking there's gonna be a lot of animals potentially sneaking down here as long as I'm quiet. I'm around camp, coming in for a drink and stuff. So I think it would just be sweet to be up there to see all that. But now I gotta get back up on top, locate a couple trees, and go from there. And that's what happens when you run into a barbed wire fence that is down and wrapped up and coiled inside of the grass. But I think I found kind of where I want to camp at. At the pond right there. It's kind of like a little slope behind me. There's actually this little washout. You can kind of see the cornfield right up there. So could be good or bad. Depending how many animals mosey down that trail. But it's kind of neat to be able to watch and see the little pond over there. But I'm really curious to see how deep that thing still is. Because I know there's a culvert in the bottom of it that is fed from the opposite side of the dam. So I don't know how deep it is, I guess. Maybe there's something down there. I don't know. I'll have to throw something in and give it a whirl again. Let it sit for a while since I have all night now to catch stuff. But I really need to go get my water. So I'm just going to drop my bag, go grab some water, and come back here and probably set up my camp and stuff. So that is the plan. All right, that was so cool. I just got back to where I'm gonna be putting my camp at from getting the water, and a doe and a fawn were just on the other side of what would have been the pond, I guess, if it would have been full by now. But they were over there on the top side, kind of creeping along the corn. Yeah, through the trees, so it's kind of neat to see. And they finally ended up out of sight. I could still hear them past the pond area, kind of cracking some leaves and branches as they move away from me, but that was pretty neat. So, but yeah, I'm back here at camp. I'm gonna go ahead and hang up my water bag. I was able to collect 2 liters. Definitely tougher than I thought it was gonna be. The creek is super low. I mean, I dang near had the water bag in the mud trying to scoop up some fresh water off the top. But yeah, I'm gonna get it hung up, get the filter on, probably set up my hammock. I really wanna get a pole in tonight and just see if anything's biting in that little tiny, I guess if you can call it a pond anymore. Actually, I don't know if you guys can see that over my shoulder, but I think the fawn is coming back. All right, we got some fresh water. So that was pretty slick. It actually started flowing way faster than I thought it would be. I thought it was gonna like drip feed and it was gonna take me like, a couple hours to filter that much water or anything, I guess. But it was a nice little stream, enough to give me something to drink now so I can go ahead and carry on with getting the rest of the camp set up. So that was sweet, that was awesome. All right, got the bobber sitting over there in the pond. I'll get back up to camp quick, start boiling up some water to make my dehydrated supper. So, I don't fall off this cliff. There we go. All right, there we go. Got my portable little rocket stove, super simple for tonight. Just boiling some water. It's been so dry too, I don't want to make a fire out here, so this will do. It'll have to do. We got beef stew. All right, water is done boiling. And then we wait another 10 minutes or so. All right, guys, gourmet meal in the trees. Actually, smells pretty good. Cheers. The temperature out here now is getting very nice. Sun just set. The temperature's getting very comfortable, but the mosquitoes are also coming out, so that's gonna suck tonight. Reeled my pole in. Zero bites, a lot of bullfrogs bouncing around, but yeah, that water's just not enough there for anything to probably be living in right now. So I figured I'll just make my way back up to camp, kind of relax for a little bit, kind of just watch out for some wildlife. Kept hearing a lot of stuff crackling around me, so I feel like I'm just being circled by probably deer. I hear a lot of coyotes out here a lot of evenings, so probably a few of those around and out and about too. But yeah, we get up in camp and kind of just relax for a bit, let the sun go down, take it easy. It's just cooling down and getting pretty darn nice out here. So all right, back at camp, hammock up, just kind of ready to relax for a bit. So that is what I'm going to do. So we'll catch you guys in a few. All right, I am in the hammock. It is completely dark out and I am being circled by a lot of animals. I heard some stuff crackling out there, so I shine my light. I can just see eyeballs everywhere, so not really sure what's going on. It is cool though, I can shine down to the pond and I can see a whole bunch of bullfrogs' eyes poking up and watching too. So yeah, so it's a little creepy out here, very dark, a lot of noise, and I'm just hanging in a hammock a couple feet off the ground. So yeah, so this will be an interesting night, but I'm sure I'll be fine. So no chance of rain, should be a pretty decent night. So I will see you guys in the morning. Good morning. It is like 6:30 and last night was just rough. So much animal activity going on around me. You know, branches breaking, leaves being crackled up, coons climbing around the trees. At one point in time, I heard some splashing in the pond, more than just the bullfrogs jumping in. Got my flashlight shined down there and there was actually two coyotes, you know, chest deep in water. I don't know what they were doing, but as soon as the light hit them, they took off running. So still a good night, you know, hanging in the trees. It's always fun to get out and do this, but you know, a little overnight, you know, pond camping, I guess. It was a good time. But yeah, as you can see, I'm out in the cornfield already. Just a small little hike away from getting on out of here. So hope you guys enjoyed this, a little short overnight, you know, camping trip with me. And we will see you guys next time. Later.